we're going to record this for my YouTube channel, because a lot of people who registered, but they can't actually come live. So they can watch it later on YouTube. So hi, Jonathan. Yeah. It's okay, it's running. Okay, people. I think it's pretty much everyone here for now. A few more may turn up, but we'll see. Okay, so welcome to Manifest Your Soul Purpose. I'm going to share with you how I manifest things in my life personally and professionally for my business. I'm share with you those secrets, how we actually do that, so you can take these cutting edge techniques and create the life you desire. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So, but I'd like to hear from you, just briefly, so we're sort of setting some intention. What brought you here? What you'd like from this webinar? Okay, just very briefly. I'm just going to sort of collect all those energies, and that'll sort of guide me the way we move forward today with us. So, Aluna, do you want to start? You just unmute on the bottom left. I've done it for you. It's okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, because I did the training 4 years ago, and I do want to do the refresher. So having made contact with you, this is part of it. And when I did your webinar 2 weeks ago, I didn't speak because the format at the bottom was different from the Zoom I'm used to, and I was frightened of pressing a wrong button, so I didn't say a word last time. So hopefully this time, if it's interaction, I can do it.
Yeah, very good. First out of the box. Very good, Luna. Overcoming your team. Very good. Thank you. All right, who wants to go next? Sharing why they're here. Just put your hand up. Okay, Marianne. Yeah, let me just try and help you here.
Yeah, I've done it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Try to let Marianne.
I've done it.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, well, mainly to master, the numbers that I've got in my chart, with all the creativity I've got 6-6 right down the middle. So spiritual goals, spiritual destiny, and physical talents. So I've got a lot of creativity going on that pulls me around. So I really want to know, well, how to help other people, but also how to anchor myself and put all my my skills together, really.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Anne, do you want to share? And do you want to share why you're here? You have to unmute first at your end. You try now. Yeah, that's up. That's up.
Who's next? Me, Nicolas?
I can hear you. Yep.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Nicolas. Yeah, I originally took the class because I wanted to know more information about the soul contract, and that's really basically why I'm here. I also want to let you know I may dip out because I'm at work and I may have to be, I'm on call. So if I disappear, it doesn't mean I'm not listening in. Okay?
That's okay. Yeah, this is
Thank you. That's it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Naomi, do you want to share what's brought you here?
I'm here because I want to better understand my walk in soul's purpose here on Earth.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So, just to clarify, this webinar is about when you have got clear on purpose, okay, or you've got a bit of information on where you want to go. This is about manifesting that. Once you clear what that is, okay. Hi, Jonathan. So it's not going to give you that answer straight off. That answer as a walk-in will come gradually, as I've said to you before. Okay, so for those of you not familiar with the idea of a walk-in is when the first soul in the body at a predetermined time leaves the body and a new second, more higher consciousness soul comes in to take its place, to take over the lifetime, to take the person to another level in terms of their service to humanity on earth. That's what a walk-in is. Okay. All right. Jonathan, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, see if you can switch the sound on. Try now. Yeah, try now. Yeah. You just speak and just try it. Can you hear me, Jonathan? I can't hear you. The microphone seems to be on at the end. No. Look on the bottom left by the microphone button.
Right, can you hear me now?
No, you're loud and clear. Just keep the headset off. That works better.
Yeah, headset didn't work. Okay, sorry, what was the question?
What's brought you here today, mate?
What's brought me here today? So I'm going through a massive transition. About 2 months ago, what are we, September, June, July, August, 3 months ago. I was with a woman who had a complete transformation into the divine feminine. I was seeing the physical woman, but looking straight through her at this radiant divine feminine. I can only describe it as goddess, luminous, incredibly mind-blowing experience. No drugs involved, nothing like that. I wasn't in ceremony. It was just, we were just having a meal. And oh my God, what's going on? And I feel like I've done a load of spiritual work that's got me to a place of individual bliss, but it feels like that was the call to return. If you know, like the hero's journey, you go down to the descent, you find yourself, you find the gold, and it's easy to stay there and stay in, oh, I'm having a lovely time, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I now feel I've got the call to return, and this is something I need to share, something I need to, I'm not quite sure how or what I've got to do with it. But I have seen the total immense power, the immensity of the feminine in its entirety. And that is something that is truly mind-blowing, utterly terrifying, and not terrifying at the same time. And somehow I need to do something with that and help men and women understand it.
Okay.
So I'm here to move it along.
Okay. Very good. I like the sound of that dinner or lunch. It sounded quite an amazing one. You probably won't forget that one for a while.
What?
You probably won't forget that lunch or that meal for a while.
No, totally. It sent me into a whole. I cried because the woman disappeared straight afterwards. She said goodbye. We're toxic for each other. It's over.
Oh.
And I spent 3 weeks crying every day. I was suicidal. I was in a complete mess. But then I realized that was my descent. That was my total descent into the bottom of the hero's journey, where it's do or die. You've got to pick yourself up, or you might as well jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
And I decided not to jump off a cliff. That was a better plan.
Well, you're here, so you can
I'm here.
Very good.
So yeah,
It's
exciting.
That work.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Anyone else who's not showing this on video want to just tell us on the chat, and I can read it out while you're here. So it just sort of sets the energy that's there if you want it. So just give you a minute to type something if you want. Or you can just watch, it's fine. No one seems to be coming forth. Okay, so. PJ Posey says, hello everyone. Okay, PJ, go for it. Just give us a summary of why you're here so you can contribute towards the intention of the webinar. Can't be on the video, not able to be on the video right now, PJ says. Anything else you want to say before we continue? Oh yeah. I feel I've started on my soul purpose. Okay, very good. Sounds good. Yeah. All right, anything else? Here to gain more insight into that journey. Okay. All right. Anything else? Oh, we've got another one here. Okay. Marianne. Okay. Hi. And
Oh, sorry, I'm using my phone actually because my laptop is not connecting.
okay, just try to get a bit stable, and then we can get underway.
Okay.
So, PJ, hope you've got my video and audio later. So, Marianne, what's brought you here?
I think so. I graduated law school about 2 years ago, and I just kind of got this. I knew something was going on with me. Like I just didn't feel the same. And I saw your show on Dyer,
Yeah.
your interview, and you were describing this 2 souls in the contract, and that's exactly the experience I had. And it's hard for me to talk to a lot of people about it, but I was meditating. I've been meditating, and you know, and I had the exact same experience. Like I just got a spirit lift that shot out of my body, and since then I just never felt the same. I just been getting a lot of synchronicity, like just information download and stuff that happens, and it's just I would see like know things before they happen, and I just know I'm going through something, so that's why I'm intrigued and want to learn more.
Yeah, you may have had some sort of upgrade or a walk-in. We should probably have a separate conversation about that. I think this is quite a complex process you might have just entered into.
Yeah, I need some information. I need some guidance.
Your life will totally change. So, I mean, radically change. So, yeah, we can't get into it here. It will take up quite a while to do that. Righty. So, well, I'm here to help you guys manifest your soul purpose, because God sends lots of light workers to earth, but very few actually come online, which causes me a lot of pain, or used to anyway. So I thought I will just share how I actually created a global teaching business and pretty much most things I want in my life. It's not instantaneous. It does take work to manifest what you truly desire. To be honest, there are no quick fixes to this because the way our human egos are built. Okay, but if you really want to manifest it, it's in your heart and it's with the flow of your soul. It can be done with a bit of work here. Okay. All right, so just going to put you on mute as well, Marianne. We're getting a bit of background there. So I'm going to pull up my presentation to sort of take you through some structure here of what we're going to do. All right, and then I just got to get the presentation up. Here it is. Sarah, do you want to introduce yourself? What's brought you here?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, real clear. So,
hello, sorry, I've got a cold, so it might sound a bit sniffly. I can't really describe why I'm here other than I was drawn to a book about a year ago, and I guess I've just been working through a lot of life's layers of quite intense trauma, but at the same time, I've always felt a really deep purpose. I'm an artist, and the less I paint, the more depressed I get, if you know what I mean. I feel like it's very important for me to do this.
Yeah.
And today, I don't know if it was subconscious, but I kind of left a secure management team in London doing art, art-related stuff for me, but it was quite toxic. So I'm just in a really raw place this afternoon where I've just been like, oh, I'm on my own now.
So they quit your job this afternoon, did you say?
Yeah, it's basically like agency or where people promote you and people do things for you. And I'm on a fine line between, because I'm an artist, it's really integral for me to do what feels right and what's natural and instincts. But then also the world of an artist is heavily laid with ego, which I think is bad. So I've just been in that sticky spot really for too long. So I've just taken myself out of the equation. So who knows?
Okay. Well, welcome to the adventure.
Yes, I'm interested to hear everybody's story because it is, I don't really know too much, but I keep getting drawn to this. So I'm quite inquisitive today.
About 20 years ago, I was sitting in a glass box in the city in London wearing a suit and the top story of a building working for a multinational communication company. And I went on holiday and the sun rose in Spain. I realized I couldn't do this job anymore. I went back and quit.
Good for you.
Oh, you've done. Because I couldn't do it. I thought this was going to kill me.
Yeah, there's something quite wrong about conforming, where it's not right for you. It kind of eats away at you, doesn't it? The longer you do it, the less you feel alive.
Yeah, well, you die slowly, or quickly actually. You stay too long. Yeah. So, and I had a feeling like some of you, there's something special I had to do. I started looking for that, and I've been looking for it beforehand, but this sort of accelerated me because I had to then make a living doing what I do now, which is very challenging. I didn't have this tool here in terms of manifestation, so I just sort of blindly moved around a lot, hitting a lot of brick walls, trying to work out how to do this. So what I'm going to share today is how to align with the flow of your soul.
Nice.
So that you can actually manifest that deepest drive we have. There's something special we're here to do. It's nothing to do with careers or money or ego, all the illusory things that the Matrix puts out for us at all. It's what's in your heart that the soul's trying to tell you. So this is what we're going to do today, so you can start to manifest your soul's purpose. Okay. I mean, you can use it to manifest pretty much anything you want, but focusing on manifesting purpose will actually make you about as fulfilled as you could ever be as a human being. And most people never get any fulfillment in life because they're doing as they're programmed to do. Sleeping in glass blocks like I used to do and you used to do up till very recently. Going with these things. So, more people are joining us. Wonderful. Okay. So, I'm going to share my screen. I'm just going to close the window because it's a bit noisy at the back of the house. So you'll be able to see all the webcams to the right now. Okay. All right. You can move those around as well. So I'm going to share with you a process I've developed over quite a few years for manifesting, well, your soul purpose, but pretty much manifesting anything you want in your life, if it's in divine order of the soul. If it's meant to happen, this will speed it up. Okay. If it's not meant to happen, it will never, no matter what you do, it won't happen because it's not in alignment with your soul. Doing things, manifesting things that your ego wants won't happen here. Manifesting things your soul desires, they will happen in the right timing. Because we're all here to, as light workers, we're here to help the world. And we all have the special gift of service that's hidden deep within us, that's invisible, but it often gets trapped because we're in these avatars, these physical earth suits, which have a human ego, and that blocks us off from that gift of service we're here to do. And the key to actually getting to that gift of service, getting to that thing that's really, getting to the gold, as Jonathan says, is to actually clear the emotional blocks within us. Okay. And it takes time. There are no shortcuts here, no matter what any fancy North American website tells you. There are no shortcuts. Okay, you've got to do your emotional work to actually manifest your soul purpose, or manifest anything actually. And when you start to do that, then you start to be more fulfilled as you're delivering the service, that thing which really makes your heart sing. Yeah, Zoom drop. If you drop out of Zoom, just log on again, okay? You can just come back in on the same email link, registration link. It happens sometimes, okay? All right, so how do we actually go about doing that? Manifesting our soul purpose, or even manifesting a certain amount of customers or income or whatever you need to in your path, okay? All right. So most people think of manifestations about money, but money is just a means of exchange. So my suggestion is you manifest on focusing on what you desire to create in your physical reality, in your life. The state of being is a more powerful way of manifesting things, because the universe will give you whatever's in divine order for you, provided you focus on it. Okay, and money is just a part of that. But focusing on the money itself is not going to work so well. It does help, but focusing on what does your gift of service look like. My gift of service is to train lots of practitioners in divine healing and soul contract work and light body integration to wake up other people. So I focus on that and to awaken as many people as possible. So what's the mechanism of how we actually manifest things? So, well, let's look at the nature of who we are. The multidimensional nature of who we are. I'm going to put you on mute, Sarah, a little bit of background noise. Okay, so here's source, or all that is, God, whatever you want to call it, in a non-religious sense. And source wanted to know itself some more. So what it did is that it formed an out-breath of its consciousness. It expanded its consciousness. And the source is at the 12th dimension up here. We use a 12-dimensional model. And basically it densified parts of itself through all the dimensions, all the way down to the earth plane, the 3rd dimension. This is the physical illusory form we have. And so we're all one great soul. There's no difference between you and me, even though we look at each other out through these physical bodies, these avatars. We're actually all one great soul. Everything is one great soul. And what it's doing is it's trying to know itself through the process of life. And when we're, your life carrying a spark of source, spark of the divine, is the creator creating. It's not happening elsewhere, and we're on some side road, on a edge of the galaxy. Well, this is the creator creating the process of life on billions of planets in this galaxy and in the universe. And the purpose of why we do this is that we get so far from source and consciousness, and we get so densified that we actually forget we come from this, and we feel that we're small, limited human beings in these bodies, and that source, God, Mother, Father, God has abandoned us. And that happens as a function of moving that far from source. Okay, so I'm just giving you a model here. So the important thing in terms of manifestation is to reconnect to the oneness of all that is. Because when you feel one with all that is and resonant with it, you no longer feel abandoned or separate. And that means you can call on another part of the oneness, your manifestation, to come to you because you feel one with it. And if you feel one with it, it has to turn up. Okay, it's a very important concept here. If you feel abandoned and separate in your normal state of consciousness from source, nothing is going to turn up. It's impossible because you feel abandoned. So the process we're going to do today is to create a meditative state where you feel one with all that is. And then when you're in that altered state, then you can call anything which is in divine order for you to start to move from this part of all that is to you. The state of being comes to you. This is some important concept we're working with here. So this is how you magic things into existence here. So that requires burning through a lot of the illusory emotional separation that keeps us in the state of feeling abandoned by God. And once you clear that, or enough of it, then this part of this manifestation of yours is going to, can turn up. All right. So that's the tricky part, clearing enough of this ego, human ego here. Okay, because it's pretty strong, human ego. So what happens is that we're like this. We all have these lovely ego onions that are built. So when we're born, when we pop out of our mum, we feel God's abandoned us because I was in the womb and this darkness came to God, and now I'm out and God's nowhere to be seen or felt or connected to compared to what it was. So we have multiple layers of our ego programming around us, this flame of consciousness, this pure love that we are, this spark of the divine. And this stuff here is what stops the oneness, or what you want to create. You change the oneness and drawing it, part of that oneness to you as your manifestation. So the key to manifesting what you desire is to feel the sense of oneness and draw the particular part of oneness, your manifestation, to you, attracted to you, but also you need to clear what's in the way. If you feel unworthy to be loved, the good stuff can't turn up till you clear enough of that, so you feel worthy to receive it. And that's where we use divine healing here, which I'll talk about more in a little while. This is the process of using the higher self to clear the ego onion. This is the important bit here. That plus being at oneness and at a feeling. So I'm going to give you sort of some structure, then we're actually just going to go and do this, okay? So you have a direct experience of it. So the other thing that happens with the human ego is that we tend to focus on all the stuff, the red dots, stuff which isn't working in our life. I don't have enough of this, I don't have enough of that. And because of the law of attraction, if you focus on what you don't have, all you're going to get is more of what you don't have. And we naturally do that very unconsciously. We gaze at our navel. So the other important part of manifestation is to focus on the good stuff in your life. Okay? Focus on the good stuff, what you do desire to create. So what you do is you shift your focus from the navel gazing here to manifesting your purpose or whatever it is you want to create. And you starve the ego of your life force, which was creating everything you don't desire. And then you start to manifest more what you do desire. Okay, so Anna Marie, who has just said she's at work, she can view what's going on, but she can't actually speak because she's in the office. That's fine, Anna. Okay, so how do we peel this ego onion? This is the important bit. What we need to do is that we need to have the willingness and desire and courage to peel our ego onion, to strip the ego with love, okay, no judgment. So we need to bring feeling consciousness to whatever issue is blocking us from manifesting our soul purpose or anything else. So this could be the fear of manifesting your purpose, for example. So what we need to do is bring our consciousness in, and with this blue stuff here, that's our expanding consciousness. We need to feel the fear or whatever the other program is that's stopping something happening. And most of us are unconscious. We're like an iceberg. About 10% of us, 10% of what we're aware of is above the surface in our consciousness. The other 90% of stuff stopping us is below the surface, is hidden, which is why things take a while to manifest down here on it. But if you can become conscious of it, what you feel, you can heal. Okay. But the ego is onto us here. It's usually not so happy to let go of our program, so it puts this layer of emotional ice around, say, the fear of manifesting your purpose. So what you can't feel, you can't heal. So what we need to do is we need to find a way to break through this stuff, these defense mechanisms in the ego. So what happens here is that we bring divine healing. We bring specific consciousness tools from the higher self to break through this barrier, so you can feel what you can heal. What you can't, when you can feel the red stuff, you can heal it. Okay. And feel free to ask any questions at any time, either on the chat or just raise your hand. Okay. So here's a summary of the process. Okay. The first thing to do is that we need to move out of the mind, because the mind just creates constant chatter, especially in us Westerners. Move into your heart space. And you just set a clear intent of what you wish to create as if it's already done. So it's best to have one thing you wish to create and to consistently work on it for several weeks at a time. You send out the same message to the universe, okay, then it's going to start to listen. And it's important to have no negatives, okay, because if you have a negative, like, I don't want to see this person, or I don't want this, what will happen is you will actually get that turning up, because the universe doesn't understand negatives. And as you do this process, lots of ego chatter and resistance is going to turn up. Because the ego, once you start to go for what you really desire, right, and even if you feel, oh, I don't know if I'm worthy enough for that, do it anyway and watch what happens. And the programs, or the hidden programs in the iceberg, will start to emerge from the darkness of the subconscious. And as they emerge, then you can start to clear them. So you're basically flushing out all the stuff in the way of what you wish to create. So a lot of stuff is going to come up usually when you manifest what you desire. Or try to manifest things. Jonathan. Try now. Yeah, try that. Can't hear you at the moment. Take the headphones out, they aren't working. I can hear you now. Come close to the computer. It's fading a bit.
Sorry. How's that?
Yeah, that's good.
What about the clear intent? Did you say pick on one thing and work on that?
Yeah, one important thing, one important priority thing. Yeah, start with that.
Okay, so don't sort of like create the whole picture and work on the whole picture at once.
Well, give me an example of what's important that you want to create. That's probably a good start, and I can work with you.
Well, I've got a whole bunch of things. I mean, one of the things is a comfortable home. One of them is sharing my wisdom. One of them is friends, a companion, travel. You know, they're all parts of the whole picture that I'd like to manifest in my life.
Okay, each of those is an individual manifestation.
And it'd be better to focus on one at a time.
Yeah, so you got to prioritize that, because if you try and do them all, you're going to scatter your manifestation energy, and then it'll take a lot longer for that to turn up. So
okay.
You've got to prioritize them. What's important next?
Right.
Do that for a few weeks at a time until things start to occur. Then you move on to the most important one.
Yep, I get that. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so we connect with oneness with what we call the unified chakra meditation, which I'm going to teach you. So we're at one with everything, and when you're in a state of oneness, that's more likely to happen. Okay, so what we do then is this. This work is what I've done is I've taken the work. This is a 9-step manifestation process in Wayne Dyer's book, Manifest Your Destiny. So what I've done is I've distilled this into a summary form, plus added a whole lot of other new things here. If you want to understand, an Indian avatar gave him this process. So it basically is a very good book for dismantling all the misunderstandings and illusory programming we have around manifestation, okay, which is programmed into the consensus here. So the first thing we do is we do the unified chakra, and what that does, the unified chakra, is where we create a ball of light and we expand it from the heart all the way back to source. And so at that time, when we do this in a short while, you'll be at one with everything. Okay? And when you're at one with everything, you've got a much better chance of things turning up. And so there are 3 stages when we're in that unified field of the manifestation, is that you need to have your focus on one key thing, what it will be like that it's already completed, it's already done. You don't worry about how to get there. Okay, you let the universe work that out. Because remember, you're the spark of the divine, and your soul is telling you through your heart what's important for you in this moment. Okay? So you feel or visualize, or both, in your heart, the manifestation as if it's completed. It could be you in your new comfortable home, Jonathan. Right? What would it be like it's already done? And how does that actually feel? That's the most important thing, because the feeling, once it's completed, is the fuel that drives the whole thing. Because that's about how the love of our soul creates stuff. And so what we do is that we breathe the manifestation from our base chakra, which is our creative center. Okay? All right? We breathe it up to the crown. Okay? And we clear our pranic tube, because we're designed to be separate from God initially, so then we can work out how to reconnect. And that journey of going from a feeling of separation, abandonment, back to source is the purpose of life. What's that journey like? To go from a specific way of being separate from all that is back into oneness. So we clear the pranic tube with the first breath. And you normally do that for about 6 or 7 minutes. This manifestation process is normally 20 minutes long. I'm going to shorten it a little bit, but you can play with this later. My aim here is to give you the structure so you can do it yourselves. Once you've done 6 and 2/3 of a minute from breathing from the base to the crown, okay, you then breathe from the base to the crown out to oneness. You connect. We make sound as we do this. We're going to breathe from base to crown out to all that is here. And so at this stage, you're connecting to all that is, and you are commanding, because you are a spark of the divine, you're commanding your manifestation to come in into physical reality for you. And do that for another 6 2/3 minutes. And then we breathe. We're using the specific sounds of God here, which I'll teach you. And then after two of these cycles, and the third one, you then breathe from the base, out the crown, to oneness, but with a feeling of gratitude that it's already done. Because gratitude is really powerful. What it does is it cuts a pathway through the ego onion to source, and grace descends. Basically, magic starts to happen. And you feel grateful for things. So even if you're grateful for the smallest things, watch what happens in the day. More good stuff turns up. Okay. We're in a reality which is based on lack and fear. So when you're grateful for what is there, the universe says, you're grateful, have some more. Okay. Let's go have a little drink here. So, and it's really important as you do this, because as you're focusing on the oneness, correcting the oneness, and your manifestation is complete, the ego is going to say, whoa, Sarah, I don't know about that, you can't have that. It's going to throw up all sorts of programs. And basically what we're doing is we're ambushing and flushing out all the hidden ego programming, trying to stop you getting to where you want. And at that stage, we will do some divine healing. We use divine healing, which is based on asking, you shall receive, to actually clear those programs. So you get a little bit closer to your manifestation. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So, I'm going to have a go now. Any questions on that process? I'll try not to make this too long, the explanation, so we can actually go and do it. Everyone okay with that idea? Right. So I want you all to choose one specific manifestation of what you wish to create. I mean, if you're trying to find your soul purpose, like some of you are saying, then your manifestation is clarity on my soul purpose. If you know what it is, then we'll put that in there. That's whatever is important to you in this moment, okay, on your path. But it has to be specific. It has to be something which is not some broad concept, something very specific of what you wish to create in your life. Okay? So just spend a minute or two thinking about what that is. Okay? And close your eyes and feel it, but also get a sense of a feeling of what it would be like for that to be here. Okay, it's already done. And don't hold back. Go for what you really desire. Life's short. You might as well have the goodies. So this is how you do it. And open your mouth and just breathe that manifestation into your heart. Breathing through the mouth keeps you in the heart. keeps you connected to the body. Breathing through the nose just keeps you in the mind, and we're trying to move out of the mind here with this. I mean, it may be because a lot of you have experienced the soul contract work. You may be clear on your soul destiny, what that is. Or you may have one of the karmic issues you're trying to overcome. It could be I want to come into my power, I want to ground, I want to trust more, whatever it is that is for you. What's important right now? It's one step at a time. Okay. Just relax now. Just hold that in your heart, manifestation. And I'm going to take you through the unified chakra meditation. And with that, we are going to connect to the oneness of all that is. Then we're going to just start doing the sound part of the manifestation process that I just described. So what I'd like you to do is to begin to, keeping breathing through the mouth, is to breathe the ultraviolet light of the soul into the center of your heart, creating a glowing ball of light. Breathe the ultraviolet light of the soul into the center of your heart. And expand and encompass the throat chakra and the solar plexus, forming one unified field of light. I want you just to not only visualize this, but most importantly, feel it expanding and popping through your chakras. Breathe the ultraviolet light of the soul into the center of your heart. And expand and encompass the brow chakra and the navel chakra, forming one unified field of light. Within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the crown chakra and the base chakra, forming one unified field of light. Within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the astral, causal, and electromagnetic bodies, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the alpha chakra, one hand length above the crown, slightly forward, and the omega chakra, one hand length below the base of your spine, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the waves of Metatron, these are magnetic, electric, and gravitational waves, to vibrate between the alpha and the omega chakras, and to merge with the astral, causal, and electromagnetic bodies to create the kingdom. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the 8th chakra, one hand length above your head, and the upper thighs, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the emotional body to merge with the physical fields. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the ninth chakra, 2 hand lengths above the head, and the lower thighs, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the mental body to merge with the physical fields. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart. Expand and encompass the 10th chakra, 3 hand lengths above the head and your knees, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the spiritual body to merge with the physical fields to create what we call the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the 11th chakra way above your head and your upper calves, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the oversoul to merge with the unified field. You may experience yourself getting bigger energetically as you move out in the unified field. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the 12th chakra, way above your head and your lower calves, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the Christ oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the 13th chakra way above your head, down to your feet, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the I Am Oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 14th chakra way above your head and way below your feet, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow Source to merge with the throne. And allow the highest frequencies of your soul, of your spirit, to radiate from the throne, 3 hand lengths above your head at the 10th chakra level, down into your crown chakra, down into your heart chakra, to radiate out in all directions into the kingdom. You are now connected, fully connected to the oneness of all that is. Breathing into that. So I'd like you now to Focus on your base chakras, the base of your spine, the center of creativity. And place the energy of your manifestation, the feeling and vision of that manifestation, one specific thing that is the most important thing you wish to create in your life at this moment. And then we're going to make the sound of ah, which is one of the sounds of God. And as we say ah, we're going to breathe it from the base up to the crown to clear the pranic tube of anything in the way. So if you switch your microphones on, so we can hear, it's better if we can all hear each other. Okay, it's more powerful that way. You don't have to. And we just say ah together. So let's do this now. So keeping your eyes closed, and you're focusing on that manifestation. Ah, and you're moving the energy up to the crown. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Ah. Ah.
Ah.
I'm just going to open it that way. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Ah. Ah. Ah. That's it. Just come and get into a rhythm. Ah. So all of your focus and presence is with this ah. Ah. You feel the pranic tube get clearer. Ah. 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 You may feel more blissful. Ah. Ah. We normally do this for about a bit over 6 minutes, but we're going to move to the next phase. So now we're going to go ah from the base to the crown, and then we're going to go out to oneness. We are sending out the manifestation. Let's do this now. The same sound. So an ah out to oneness of the manifestation in the base chakra. Ah. 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 You feel yourself expand. Ah. 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 You may get strange sensations as some of the ego resistance comes up. You feel expanded at the same time. Ah. 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 Remember, doing this as if it's already done. We've just got banging in the background. You just mute yourself because it's coming through at this end. Thanks. Thank you, Cheryl. Okay, so you may feel more expanded now. Now, I'd like you to move to feeling gratitude for this manifestation as if it's already done. Okay. Just feel gratitude and in your base chakra and send the energy of gratitude out to oneness for your manifestation as if it's already done. Ah. 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 You may feel other things as well. You may feel joy. You may feel ecstasy, all sorts of things as if it's already done. Relief. Ah. Ah. ah, ah. The sound is creative, so the sound's got to be made with as much passion as possible, as much love as possible. Ah, because using the sound of God to manifest something from the oneness of all that is. Ah, ah, ah. I'm feeling peace at the moment as a result of this. Ah, 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 ah. And just relax now. Just keeping your eyes closed. It's very important when you do the process. The mind doesn't kick in and try and work it all out. Feel gratitude for what's already done. Feel that gratitude going out to oneness. Just stay in that state for a minute or two. Feel how expanded you are. Stay in that state. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear quietly some of the energetic interference, astral beings and other energies, which try and stop us connected to oneness. Okay, so you're going to feel some energy shifts now. So the first thing I'm going to clear are what we call earthbound souls of divine healing. These are beings who have left a physical body, but because they have a resonance with you, they've attached to you to try and feed off your emotions, the same issues that they had when they were actually embodied. So I'm going to clear some of these guys now. So just be aware of any shifts that happen. So anything that stuff may have come up in terms of interference because you're focusing on where you wish to go, and the interference is trying to stop you getting there. So creating a layer of that ego onion now. So feel the shift, that layer that's clearing. You might shake, you might burp, you might want to yawn as the energy shifts. Now we're going to clear extraterrestrial presences around us because they're already interested in us humans, especially our emotions. We have a very wide range of emotions on this planet, and they can be interfering with us as well, usually just observing us, but they can get in the way of our manifestations too. I'm going to clear them now. Now we're going to shift to third class of astral beings. These are discarnate entities and attachments. And these beings also try and stop us moving forward. So we're going to clear them now quietly. Feel the energy shift of that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clear what are called main low frequency programs. So when you do these sort of manifestation processes, some core issues may come up. It might be unworthiness, could be shame, could be all sorts of things. So I'm just going to show you this chart here. Just got to get the right chart showing it. You can open your eyes and have a look at this if you want. This is the Divine Healing Manual here. Okay. There's a whole bunch of programs listed here, which may be in the way. What I want you to do is just breathe in, close your eyes again, and feel what came up emotionally. What was the main thing that came up emotionally as we were doing that manifestation? What did the ego throw at you? All right. You may not be able to name it. It may not feel comfortable. Okay, and that's the main low frequency program we're going to clear right now. Okay. So breathe into your mouth to that program. You're bringing consciousness to this program now, whatever it is. Okay. And just feel how whatever that program is, it's important not to judge it, just to accept it for what it is. Just feel how that program operates in your life without going into a big story. It might be fear, it might be lack of trust. Okay. Could be anything that's coming up, and it's all okay. The ego doesn't like uncomfortable emotions, so you may feel it's trying to slide off and avoid feeling it. Now we're going to check chart O, which is original time. We're going to find out when this program came from. So we're basically going to target the program that's in the way. So what I want you to do is just close your eyes and just follow the instructions. Now, so pick a number 1 to 24. So whatever number dropped into your head then is the number that's relevant here. Because your higher self is going to tell you the original time when that program that you're feeling turned up. Okay. And you can open your eyes when you've got your number and have a look at what it is. There are 24 numbers here. Okay, you don't have to understand exactly what it means. We don't have time for that. But what we're doing is we're targeting when that program that you're feeling in your body came up, it's stopping your abundance, stopping the manifestation happening. Okay, it could be conception, could be a birth, could be a past life. Basically, we target programs very specifically in Divine Healing to basically surgically cut them out of the ego so they don't bug you anymore. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go from this page back to the main low frequency program. So this is just information we need, targeting information, which brings consciousness to this. Okay. So, closing your eyes, I want you to open to all aspects of the low frequency program that came up, whatever that was. Just open to it. And you may feel the ego is attached to it, wants to hang on to it. The ego is programmed to create more suffering in terms of being separate, feeling of being separate from God. There may be feelings of being bad for having that program. Thinking, God, I should be more evolved. I shouldn't have that program anymore. But it's okay to have that program. It just is. Become aware of any judgment your ego has of itself for having this program. Things like, oh, I should have got rid of that a long time ago. Why is that still there now? I've been working on myself for years and it's still there. It's okay, it's there. And the more you can open to the program, the more it can integrate and heal. It's the judgment, especially in feeling bad, that locks our programs in. But when we can accept them unconditionally, then they can go much more easily. It's all the things we need to do, all the things the ego doesn't want to do. They aren't instinctive. It requires conscious awareness to change this stuff. Okay, now we're going to do this command code. So remember, you're a spark of the divine. And in the beginning, there was the word. And the word was God. It was the sound of Om, or whatever you want to call it. So you are speaking here and commanding the universe as a spark of the divine to clear this program. So like whoever, if you're happy enough to switch on your microphones, because when we say it as a group, it's very powerful when we do these command codes, okay? It's very, very as many of you as possible can turn it on, that'll be great. Okay. So repeat after me. And it's not just words, you have to say it being very grounded and present. You're commanding the universe to do something. If you say it as words mentally, it's not going to be as strong. But if you say it with grounded emotional intent, it becomes a lot stronger. So we say, we ask Saint Germain.
We ask Saint Germain.
We ask Saint Germain
To pour the purple flame.
Pour the
purple flame.
Through the aura.
Through the aura.
The aura.
And subtle bodies.
And
subtle bodies.
To burn away all low frequency energies.
To burn
away all low frequency energies.
That we have discovered.
That we have
discovered.
So that new higher level vibrations.
So that new higher level of vibrations.
Can be accessed.
Can be accessed.
So we pause Yep. In divine healing, you've got to allow a command code to actually be manifest by the universe. We say, Saint Germain and higher self.
Saint Germain and higher self.
Please burn out in one go.
Please
burn out in one go.
100% the core issue through all levels and dimensions.
100% the core issue through all levels and dimensions.
If that happen, we have a little pause there. 100% the original cause through all levels.
100% the original cause through all levels and dimensions.
100% the source of its power through all levels and dimensions.
100% the source of its power through all levels and dimensions.
100% all energy attached through all levels and dimensions.
100% all energy attached through all levels and dimensions.
Okay. 100% all of its effects through all levels and dimensions.
100% all of its effects through all levels and dimensions.
Okay. Let that stuff clear out. We say thank you. Gratitude at the end of each chart in divine healing. There's 26 of them is really important. That opens connection to source. So that's the low frequency program. Now what we're going to do is we're going to clear the past lives you've had, which are preventing this manifestation happening. The past life death chart, but we're going to adjust this a little bit. What I want you to do, close your eyes, connect whatever lifetimes, relevant past lives matter in the situation that are preventing your manifestation from happening. If you're a monk 20 times, you're living in poverty in the monastery.
Oh gosh.
That's not going to help you manifest. Yeah. We need to clear those lives, okay?
Sue.
Is that you okay? All right. So, you can also tune into how many lifetimes are involved. A number will just come to you. I'm going to do an adaptation of this past life clearing command code. Clear those past lives. Okay, everyone repeat after me. Higher self.
Higher self.
Please clear, heal, and integrate.
Please clear, heal, and integrate.
All these files and memories.
All these files and memories.
of the memories,
including all cellular memories,
including also the memories,
the DNA,
DNA,
and the subatomic levels.
and subatomic levels.
I am now ready to heal
I am now ready to heal
all past lives,
all past lives,
blocking my
blocking
current manifestation
my current manifestation
at all levels and dimensions,
at all levels and dimensions,
all time frames,
all time frames,
realities,
reality,
and universes.
and universes.
Pause here to let that clear a little while. I command
I command
that any soul fragments
that any soul fragments
held with these memories
held with these memories
are now returned to me,
return to me,
fully whole and intact,
fully whole and intact,
as appropriate.
as appropriate.
I welcome these soul fragments back.
I welcome these soul fragments back.
So we pause there. Did that happen? So parts of us break off when tough stuff happens emotionally, because they're usually the sensitive parts of us. So that's why some people are not all here. So what we're doing is we're calling those parts back as we heal someone's past life trauma. I command that the whole holographic matrix
whole holographic matrix
be repaired
be repaired
through all layers
through all layers
and levels,
and levels,
and brought into full alignment,
integration,
and balance,
and balance,
to allow for wholeness to emerge.
to allow for wholeness to emerge.
The holographic matrix is your entire reality. It's your physical body, energy fields. It's the subjective reality around you. Okay? You're creating. Embrace the shift. Okay, so we've done a couple of powerful processes here, past life clearing and the main level frequency program. So what we're going to do now is we need to integrate this. So the way we do that is we infuse energetic nutrition, which is up here. Let me just finish off the process here. And basically, rather than taking the physical nutrition, we have 4 things we can choose from here. We have amino acids, essential fatty acids. We have minerals and vitamins here. Okay. So I'm just going to scroll down. Okay. We'll do some number mapping. So I want you to pick a letter A, B, C, or D. The first one that comes to you. We'll pick a number 1 to 4. Equivalent to it. Whatever number first comes, or letter comes in your head is the correct one. So your higher self will tell you. Quite straightforward. So write that down. Okay. And then, if you got, say, A, it says 1 to 25. Pick a number 1 to 25, whatever comes to you, okay? And then, so you got 13, you know it's isoleucine is the amino acid that you need energetically to infuse in you. If it's B, pick a number 1 to 19. Okay, so for the A's, okay, 1 to 25 is here. You can, I'll just sort of make this, I'll zoom out a little bit. Whoops, it's too much. See them all there. If you've got a B, pick a number 1 to 19 and write your number down. Write down which one it is. You don't have to be able to pronounce it or know what it does. Frequency. Okay, if you've got C, pick a number 1 to 21. Pick off the mineral here. If you've got D, it's 1 to 26, so pick off which vitamin is relevant here. Okay. Try and zoom that out a little bit. Tricky. A little tricky here. Right, everyone got their mineral? Anyone not got their mineral? Everyone's okay. Right, so because you've picked your nutritional energy, we're just going to say this command code together here, and your higher self will infuse it. So repeat after me. Higher self. Everyone say it out.
Higher self.
Please encode this nutrient.
Please encode this nutrient
In a perfect balance.
in a perfect balance
That is required.
that is required.
And clear and align all pathways.
Clear and align all pathways
For maximum assimilation.
for maximum assimilation,
Absorption.
absorption,
And utilization.
and utilization.
Okay, feel the shift. Thank you. Okay, so we did two processes here. We did the meditation of oneness manifestation of what you desire, and then which would have triggered some stuff in you to come up, programs, and then we cleared them. The next time you do the manifestation, because you can watch the video later, it's going to be easier and get closer to what you wish to manifest. Okay. So we'll take a little break there from the actual process because there's one more part I've got to show you. Normally you do this at sunrise, okay? I'll put links on the YouTube video of how to work out sunrise to exactly where you are. The general internet sunrise times aren't accurate. It has to be precise. There's specific programs you can get based on your location that will tell you. But the transition from dark to light is extremely powerful manifestation-wise. Okay? And if you can't do it at that precise time, you want to write this bit down, which is not written down anywhere. You say, Mother, Father, God, I command a time shift to, say this morning, for example, 6:31 a.m. sunrise for my location. And then it will send the energy that you're manifesting back in time, okay, to that time, or forward, depending on when you can do it. Okay, this is a very important part of the process here. Trying to do it as close as you can to sunrise, and there's a manifestation for sunset as well. The process is slightly different, which I'll teach you. Okay. So I'd like to hear from you guys what the experience was like. So you have a bit of time to integrate it, then we're going to do the second half of the meditation, manifestation process. So who would like to share how that was for them?
I'll share.
Luna, go for it. Oh, who was that? I can't.
Oh, sorry, that was me, PJ.
Okay, PJ, how was that for you?
Especially during the first part, it was, you know, I love the analogy of the onion because you could kind of feel the layers falling away.
Yeah.
And then feel the, like, a tingle, kind of, I don't know how else to describe it, as the inner parts were being activated.
Yeah. How do you feel now compared to when you started?
Just lighter, more vibrant.
Yeah.
Like as if some of the fog, as it were, had lifted, had dissipated.
Okay, good. Good.
Thank you.
All right. Who else would like to share their experience with that? Elena? You have to unmute first. Bottom left. Let me try. Try that.
I went very deep.
Yeah.
And I can't say there was an absolute shift, but I just felt different. And it feels fine. I feel quite calm,
Yeah.
sleepy. So yeah, it was a good, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else like to share their experience there? Sarah, you're trying to unmute yourself, are you?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Go on.
I was quite aware of a blockage in between my shoulder blades, the back, for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I felt that shift, so that was really nice. And I didn't know that you were into Wayne Dyer, and I was, that's kind of, I think, what started me off. And that's the first time I've used the R in meditation, and it was a lovely vibration in the ribs.
Yeah.
So that was quite awakening for me, actually.
Yeah.
So thank you.
It's okay. It's the sound of God we're using here. Because when you invoke a sound of God, you get back to oneness really quick. Anyone else? One last person want to share how that was? If you're not on video, just say who you are, and then you can. No one else? Okay. So it's very important that you do not disclose what your manifestation is to anyone else. Okay? Because it's sacred. If you do disclose it, it means that the ego is just trying to fluff itself up, and which means it dissipates the energy enormously. So it's meant to be very private. Okay? It's an important piece of this. And if you've got something important you're manifesting, do it for at least 5 or 6 days or more. As often as you can handle getting up at sunrise or making some time in the morning and then projecting the energy back in time. Because you're building up an energy field, you're transmitting the same persistent energy out to the universe. And then you can watch this again and use the divine healing component to clear what's in the ego. It'll be the same transmission. Okay. So the key is to go for what you desire, no matter how it may seem very challenging to get there. But the main thing is then clear all the programs in the way of it. And if you're in alignment with where the soul wants to go, eventually it will happen. Okay. Obviously, within reason, if you say I want $100 million, well, it's very unlikely that's going to happen because you're probably not in divine order for you to have $100 million. Okay. That's an ego thing. Okay. But say for you, Sarah, it's a sustainable business having left, and that's much more likely to happen. Okay. All right. And you define what that means in detail in your manifestation. Jonathan, if it's a comfortable home, you define, well, what exactly does that mean? Because the universe can only follow what you actually specify. Okay, it's very important. Jonathan.
Days or whatever, and I said that there were, if you've got other things. If you've got multiple things that you want to manifest.
Yes.
And you do some time on the first one.
Yeah.
Can you then move on to another one, or should you then wait until the first one arrives?
It can take a while for things to turn up. So I'd say do at least a week on the specific one to give it some chance to happen. But feel it, then move on to another one. Okay. Some things take time. Sometimes you need to set a few things out there. Okay.
But also, they also can interact, can't they? They can.
They can interact as well. You see.
Yeah. So
don't sort of do a different one every day of the week, because otherwise it's going to take you ages because you just scatter the energy.
Yeah, and I can see the point of doing a block and then another block.
Yeah.
Doing it that way and prioritizing. Yeah, thanks.
You've got to prioritize it, what you wish to do. Okay. So the key thing is to go for what you desire, no matter what it is, and then declare the programming, which is stopping you manifesting. Okay. That's the other. There's 2 pieces to it. Okay. Which is what the divine healing was about. Okay, so they're telling me, the team who's guiding me is telling me to tell you a bit more about divine healing, so I'll do that. So, okay, so, and we did a couple of charts in divine healing. There's 26 of them. This is the level 1 manual here. So in divine healing, there are 26 charts used in divine healing. This is taught in a 4-day workshop. Yeah. basically learn all these different charts in a week over 4 days online. And this tool changed my life, and I learned it in 2006. Completely changed everything, because it gave me such a powerful tool to clear my programs, because I was pretty clear what I wanted to do, which is what I'm doing now, teaching. But I had to clear a lot of stuff on the way. So we did low frequency programs here. We cleared energy interference. We found the original time associated with low frequency programs. And we did some nutrition to integrate. Oh yeah, and we also cleared some past life stuff. Not deaths, but past life issues around your abundance. But it's very powerful in that we can reconnect to God consciousness. Clear fears and phobias are pretty key ones. Clear lots of judgments and beliefs that limit us, especially. Clear psychological conflicts. Our body says one thing, but our mind says another. Clear sabotages to our life, traumas. Okay. Balance our energy bodies up. So this process is designed to take you back to source, back to oneness. This is, divine healing comes from source. And it was brought through our mirror, Ariel Haley, who developed it with a couple of other friends of ours. She used to work in the Center for Conscious Ascension with me. It's designed to ascend in consciousness, ultimately to reach enlightenment if you really work at it. Basically to clear you out of your ego onion so you can get to that real purpose in life. That's the point. That's the whole point of divine healing. So it's available as a 4-day workshop online if you're interested. But I found this is the fastest way to actually get what I desired in life. It sort of moved me beyond hope and crossing my fingers to actually making some real progress, to actually getting to what I want. Affirmations aren't strong, don't really work, because if you say one thing with the ego mind, but if you truly believe you're not worthy, it's never going to turn up. So this gets to all the underlying deep programming, stopping what you truly desire as solely, or stopping your gift of service from coming out in the world. So the way we teach this is that basically I teach you all the charts through demonstrating in the class, and then on someone in the class, or we just do it as a group if it's a simple chart. Once we demonstrate it, if it's a more complex chart, you then go and practice on each other. So basically you get a 4-day healing intensive, you get a massively powerful healing, and you'll get healing from all the charts and from everyone else's healing, so you come out really clearer. Plus you leave with a tool, which means as you do your manifestation here, you can clear anything that comes up pretty much that's stopping you manifesting what you wish to have in your life. It does take focus and dedication, but I can say from my own experience, life is a lot better than it was 13 years ago when I first started using this, in terms of having a small, local teaching business to a global teaching business. That's what's happened as a result of using this. Okay. So let's do the second part of the meditation now. And the second part of the meditation is gratitude. And we do this at sunset, right? And here what we do is we feel gratitude for whatever's strongest for the day. Because when you, as I said earlier, when you express gratitude, the heart opens. And as the heart opens, you connect to source. And you bypass the ego and you bypass all the ego interference. And there are 3 phases of the gratitude meditation, done over 20 minutes as well. And the first phase is similar to what we did earlier. We breathe, we use the Om, the sound of God, but we feel gratitude and we push it, we move the gratitude from our base to our crown for 6 2/3 minutes. And the middle phase is another 6 2/3 minutes. We go Om from the base, out the crown, back to oneness. And the third 6 2/3 minutes is we use Shalom, feeling gratitude from the base to the crown to oneness. Okay, and then I find that pretty powerful. If I'm really in the zone, things start turning up the next day or earlier because I opened to source and truly expressed gratitude. So it has to be the real thing you're grateful for. It could be something really simple, but it's not about the size of what happened that day. It's actually what you feel grateful for. It could have happened a few days ago, whatever you feel grateful for at the moment. So I want you to connect to what you feel most grateful for at the moment, and we're going to do the meditation. So close your eyes We'll do a little bit of each sector, each segment, 3 segments. It's important to have your eyes closed so the mind doesn't activate. Okay, so breathing with your mouth open into that feeling of that gratitude for whatever it is. And focusing on your base chakra. We're going to do the first arm, and we're going to move it up to the crown. And remember to feel the connection with the unified field we created earlier, that your connection to oneness here. So here we go. Feeling gratitude for whatever it is strongest for you. Turn your microphones on. In a bit. Palm from the base, crown, out to oneness. Same, grateful for the same thing.
Be free, little buggy.
As we go shalom from the base, out the crown, out to oneness. It's feeling gratitude. Same thing. Shalom. Shalom. Your eyes closed. Just feel that gratitude. And you really just open your eyes, stay in that feel of gratitude. How does that feel? You want to share how you feel now? Look at Sarah, go on. How do you feel now?
I'm tired. I feel good, but I'm tired.
Yeah, what happens when you release the programming blocking you, the energy in the body that was holding the program releases, it's holding on to something, let go. Your life force is freeing up, Sarah. The more free life force, the more you can manifest. Luna, how you doing?
Yeah, sleepy.
Yeah. So the more you clear, the more fatigue of the ego, the more life force is freed up, but the fatigue of the many years comes out initially. So it's a good sign. That life force is available to manifest more good stuff in life. Anyone else want to share how that was?
I can share. The gratitude thing was really easy because I was out for a walk a little earlier in the park, just near where I'm staying. And I just got to this point where I was just totally feeling the gratitude for the trees, the rocks, and just the nature around me.
Yeah.
So I could tap into that so easily. Didn't have to work at it, and then it was very easy to just. I mean, it's what I was doing anyway. I was kind of doing it in the park, was sending it out.
Yeah.
So it actually just became very easy and very, very comfortable. And just got me back to that place that I was in the park.
Yeah.
Which was nice. That's good.
I find the gratitude part of it is the most powerful thing. The most amazing things happen after the gratitude. Anyone else want to share how that was? Okay, Marianne.
Yeah, I feel better. I've been feeling really tired. It's quite hard work shifting your stuff, but I actually feel my energy is much clearer around me, and I feel more alive now.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, thank you.
One last person. Even the guys who are not showing the video, you can just put it in the chat. We'll just talk anyway. Okay. Okay. Any questions about divine healing? Anyone has, or the whole process in general? Because we're going to finish in a few minutes. So. Sarah, looks like you're going to ask me something. No? No? No. Okay. All right. So, what's next? Well, I'll post this video next day or two, and there'll be different links for the timing programs and stuff like that. But if you follow what I've taught you in the video, there's a good chance it will start to turn up. Okay, but the other piece you need is basically how to do more in-depth divine healing, really, which I'll show you. So that manual is about a 100-page manual, which is what you get on the training. But if you seriously want to manifest some stuff, okay, show you how you can do that. So to deliver your gift of service, we're offering the divine healing training here. Next one is 26th to the 29th of September on Zoom, 12:30 UK time to 8:30, 7:30 AM to 3:30 PM Eastern time in the US. Okay, where we teach you how to really take apart your onion, and you get a massive healing in the process. And it's a £166 and about $200 deposit, $225, depends on the exchange rate. Deposit, and if you're the full fee, including the deposit, is £490 or about $660 US. So basically, you get a tool which will empower you to take apart your ego onion. Then you've got a good chance of creating whatever your soul's desire is. Okay, which is what it's really for, to unleash your full potential in life, or what you came here to deliver, your gift of service. Most people, most likely, just get lost in the ego. It's a very challenging process of awakening, and this is designed to help you wake up pretty fast, so you can get the goodies. You can get on with the mission. You can go to the divinehealingtraining.com here to find out more about the course there. Or you can just have private sessions, free up your life at divinehealing.com. That's the other way to do it. But the course is equivalent to about 5.5 hours of private sessions, so it's actually a much better deal, really, because you have a tool you can use on yourself and others permanently after that. So So this is how I got to where I am now. So I just wanted to share it with you. Okay. So any final questions before we finish?
Thank you.
All right. So enjoy that, and the video replay will be just as powerful as you've experienced now. Just so you're aware of that. Okay, so
Thank you very much.
Use it multiple times to clear stuff, but this is very strong stuff. Okay, what it will actually do for you. All right, so thanks for tuning up, everybody.
Thank you.
I have an email, give you an email out probably today. With the link to the video. Okay.
Thank you.
Got to process it.
Thank you.
Do you want to say something, Mariana? Or
No, I'm just saying everything. Oh, sorry,
okay.
Mariana.
We have like the same name. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, Jonathan, I have a final comment on this on Facebook. She is just before coming on. Because I think you shared the wrong link. I may have. Yeah. I'll check into that. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks everybody for your thanks on the chat. Can't hear you, Jonathan.
Oh, sorry, can you not hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed that, and I just thought, hang on a minute, we're in September, so I think it's just a chair.
Okay. All right. Take care, you guys. Happy manifesting.
Thank you.
Manifest.
Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.